What's going on, everybody? John Eric Poli here with My MMA News, and today's guest will be fighting on Dana White's Contender Series on September 12th. That will be the 6th week of this current season, which is Season 7. Joined today by Malik Lewis. Malik, thanks for doing this, man. Appreciate the time.
Hey, thanks for having me, bro.
So, for most fighters, when they're on the Contender Series, I usually always start off with the same question. That is, are you excited? Because this is indeed a big opportunity for any fighter to fight in front of Dana White. A victory usually will earn you a contract, not always, but usually a win will get you a contract on the show. But for you, you fought on the show last season. Is that excitement level still there, or is this maybe more of a business trip this time around? What kind of are the emotions like as you come in now to the second time here on the Contender Series?
Absolutely, both. It's business, and I'm super excited for it. I'm excited every time I fight. I love to fight. I mean, it's just what I do. You know, I'm blessed to be able to have the opportunity to do it for the UFC now. That's awesome.
And what would you take away from that first experience? Was there anything about it that maybe stood out that maybe will help you maybe be more relaxed or just more prepared for this time, and that's being inside of the Apex, just going through the whole, process of the show? Anything from the first experience that maybe sticks out that you still remember?
Man, I'm an honest guy. Like, just being honest with everybody. Last year, I was at a spot in my life where I wasn't training as hard as I should have been. I wasn't in the gym like I should have, which was like the only time. I just came off a fight, and I thought, I would go and party and have my little vacation and take some time to do things like that when I was on the cuff of the Contender Series, So I wasn't in shape. And when I got the call 3 weeks out, I tried to get into shape because I can't turn this opportunity down. I had a broke hand, but I was just like, I just got to get into shape. It'll heal. And I ended up getting sick. I didn't get in shape. I wasn't in the gym. I'd maybe hit mitts once leading up to that fight. So I wasn't in shape. I shot my low too. When I dropped him, I was telling myself, this is my only chance. This is my only chance. You should never be thinking that in a fight, So this time it's going to be fireworks like always. I'm going to put on a show. I promise that. And I'm going to have the gas tank to go through whatever.
And you mentioned too, right, the last time, kind of a rushed experience with it on 3 weeks' notice. This time around, that you have a full camp, just how much more beneficial is that? You don't have to rush. You don't got to try to game plan for something real quick, get into shape real quick, like you said. This time, kind of everything should be flowing pretty natural, it seems like.
Oh, man. I'll see September 12th, I promise. I feel like I'm going to win, and I'm one of the fighters who I'm not just going to go into the UFC and they have to feed me these guys on their way out. I'm going to go into the UFC and they're quickly going to find out, oh, Malik Lewis can fight any lightweight on this planet, and he's going to be a hard fight for him.
And I do have to ask this question, too. I give you a lot of credit, right? For a lot of fighters, when they're on the Contender Series and things don't go their way, it can be a very dark time for a fighter. Obviously, it's very, very emotional to have that happen. You rebounded so nicely to come back, fight in the Peak Fighting promotion, which is a fantastic promotion, get another win. You're now the two-time lightweight champion there. Just talk about that, what that was like rebounding from that. And I could tell, by speaking with you here today, the way how you're mentally prepared for it. You're so positive with everything. It's not an easy thing to do. Just talk about that side of the sport and just rebounding from when things don't go to your way.
After that Contender Series loss, I was in a dark place going into that fight, and after the fight, losing, it was probably the best thing for me because it just showed me, it made me realize how much support I had, all the people who were behind me, all the people who were helping me. It made me realize that I would never quit. So that the only thing I could think of to do was just get better, just hunker down, use it as a learning experience, realize that I belong there, know that it's time to get the ball rolling and get back to it. So I think I was in the gym like the next week after that fight, and I've been training my butt off ever since.
All right, let's talk about now. Let's talk now a little bit just about the specifics of this upcoming fight here now on September 12th. Training camp going on right now. We did mention before this time around, full training camp for you. Just how's camp been going?
Camp's been going amazing. I'm actually on my way to wrestling right now. I already got my road work in. You know, we're working 24/7 all around the clock. We're working.
And I want to ask a little bit more, too, just about that Peak Fighting Championship that you were in. Obviously, where you're at, located in Texas, I know Peak does a lot of great things, like regionally in that part of the country, like a lot of fights in New Mexico and that whole area down there. A lot of talented fighters have come out of the Peak Fighting promotion. They do a lot of great work. Just talk about what that's been like. Most of your fights have been in that promotion. Obviously, like you said, you're in camp now. You're having a great camp. You feel more than prepared. But I also feel like that promotion has given you a lot of confidence and a skill set necessary going forward here.
I think that Peak has been a blessing in itself as well, too. Absolutely. Going in there, I was very confident, and I told him I was going to be the lightweight champion. I told him that, you know, I was going to be the big name. I was going to go to the UFC first out of this promotion and this and this. And, you know, he tested me. We ended up we have a great friendship now, of course, me and Johnny for sure. But when we started, you know, he was like, I'm going to test this kid. I wanted somebody to beat him. He wanted somebody to shut me up, you know? And after I started beating these guys, he was a believer. He's like, man, I said yes to everybody. It didn't matter these guys' records. I think not Paulo, but Marcos Vinicius, when I fought him, I think he was like 15-3 or something. And I didn't even look him up. I was just like, yep, let's get it. Let's do the thing. So I think he definitely helped build my confidence for sure by flying in these killers from Brazil and these big teams and stuff and having such a great promotion. So I'm super thankful to Johnny and Pete.
All right, let's talk about your opponent now here a little bit, and James Llontop here. Just what do you know about him? Have you been scouting him? I know, like you said before, maybe you didn't always scout people when you're in the Peak promotion there, but have you been scouting? What have you seen out of him?
Oh, yeah, I've definitely been watching his videos. He has a lot of fights on YouTube. I've watched all of them. You know, every fight is different, so no fight's the same, but he's a good striker. I think he's going to be tough. I think he's going to be hungry. He has a lot of fights, so he's going to be a gamer. But, I mean, I'm ready on all aspects. I feel like I'm better than him, and I think that he's going to find out real soon or real quick in that ring that there's levels to this.
And what's the prediction for fight night?
I'm thinking that we're going to come out, and he's going to play the touch, and I'm going to touch him. He's not going to like it, and he's going to find out that my grappling is worlds above what the world knows. So it's going to be nice.
Obviously, very confident. So we're going to stick with the confidence here. You're going to get this victory. What does that mean to you if you are to receive a UFC contract?
It's the beginning of a lot more hard work because I'm not going to be satisfied with just the contract. I promise you that. I'm a fighter. I will never stop fighting. I'll never stop being hungry to get better. So I'm not going to be that guy who gets this contract and gets big-headed and starts traveling and this and that. We got a good thing going for us to Genesis. I'll be back in the gym. I'll be getting better, and I'll be ready for whoever they send me.
Malik, I appreciate the time today, man. Last thing before you head out, social media, management, sponsors, all that type of good stuff that you got to plug. Floor is yours. Take it away.
Hey, thank you, Iridium. Jason House, love you, brother. Thank you for giving me this opportunity again. Sean Shelby, thank you so much for having me, believing in me, giving me another opportunity. Dana, I'm going to come put a show on for you. Absolutely. And for my sponsors, Chelsea's Burgers and Brew, Estrada's Customs, Docks, the River Lounge, freaking the Lounge in San Antonio, Docks, all of you guys, thank you so much.